Well, good morning. It's about 5:30 a.m. I'm not sure if this video is going to show up at all, but I wanted to share something I do often. I don't always do the same thing, by the way. After over 55 years, I vary my training, but this is most commonly the thing I do first thing in the morning, and it clears your head. So, I start by stimulating the circulation to my hands by clapping at least 10 times, the backs of the hands. If you're on blood thinners, that you might not want to do that. It can cause bruising. So then do it more lightly and then rub. Increasing blood flow to the hands. And I'm rubbing between my fingers. So this has a dual purpose, essentially, aside from moving stagnant energy. That is to make the hands more of healing entities in and of themselves, and then to heal the hands themselves. Because I'm going to use my hands to stimulate blood flow to the brain from various points: the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the throat. All right, so I am twiddling each finger by the sides of the nail beds, loosening up the joint at the base. And now I'm going to slide down with my nail and then give a little extra dig at the fingertip. So the fingertips are really good points for healing yourself with, right? There are a lot of tiny veins and nerves right there at the end of your fingers. They're a place of increased sensitivity. And between the tendons, so you can use pressure on your hand as well. This is another way to do the hand. Go between the phalanges, the tendons of the fingers. And this is, don't do this if you're on blood thinners. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a little painful. All right, the hands are getting nice and warm now. Fingers together heats them up faster. And now I'm going to use the middle digits of my pointers and my thumbs on my temples and pull apart from center. 3, 4. If you have a high forehead, it might take 4 trails, 3 like the eyebrows to the hairline, and then circles at the temples. And fingertips forward and back horizontally. Now you know how I style my hair. And now I'm going to tap on either side of my crown point. I'm going to take my middle finger on the bigger sinus, my pointer on the smaller one, so towards the upper side of the cheekbone and then the lower facet, and make circles going inward towards the nose. I almost always have a slightly runny nose, unfortunately, but this is to prevent postnasal drip so that the mucus doesn't constantly drip back on your throat. Rather, it comes out the front, which is preferable. So this encourages the flow. All right, let's go to the ears. Warm the hands again. There's another way to warm the ears, is to just rub them. Then you can fold them over on themselves, slide the pinky up the back, and fold forward. You want to do this for about 20 seconds. Now I'm going to, so I'm showing, you can do this with both hands and two ears at the same time, but I'm going to illustrate it this way. Slide up the back and go over the top. It kind of looks like a hook, like the top of a hanger. Basically where the ear attaches. And now I'm going to use my pointer to sort of hang on there and use my thumb to go up the back of the ear itself, the spine of the ear. And this, if you look at the charts, this is your spine. So I'm going up my back and I'm just doing it like this. And now I'm going to do this on the top of the ear. So I'm using my thumb to pinch, thumb and pointer, and then I'm just rubbing forwards. So this is more easily done by a reflexology ear specialist on another person, and it's a little hard to manipulate it on yourself, but not impossible. Now I'm going to take my pointer and go forward and back in that first crevice, not the very tippy top one, but right below that, the cartilage there. It's kind of like this one, only in your ears. Then if you go one bit of cartilage below, right behind the hole where your eardrum is, where, you know, sound frequencies or vibrations are intercepted, right in there. There's a crater behind it. And so you're going to pinch and then pinch lightly with your thumb and use your pointer to make circles. Actually, you don't even have to pinch. You're going to feel a lot of crickling and crackling in your cartilage there. And then now you're pretty much down to the lobe and you're just going to pluck it. This is really impossible if you have pierced ears unless you take your, I would think, I don't know. And then there's a little triangular piece of cartilage in front of the ear hole, and you're just going to pinch and pull. And then I like to warm them up again. All right, this brings me toward, so the order is not that important, but I sort of go with where my hands go. So now I'm towards the back of my head, and at the base of my skull where it joins with my neck muscles, I'm going to tap on either side. Beating the heavenly drum. Conk, conk, conk. You can hear it in your head. All right. And now I'm at the mouth, which is, I'll describe first because while I'm doing it, I can't talk. So the tip of your tongue is going to go clockwise and counterclockwise along the gum line. 8 times one direction, top and bottom. 8 times the other direction, top and bottom. And then conk your teeth together 32 times. and then swallow the saliva in 3 sections, because you will produce saliva. So this massage moves fluids. Everything in Qigong is about moving fluids. The eyes are the only, oh no, 2 things remain. So, well, since we're down here near the throat, let's cross the palms at the wrists. And you're going to pluck. So if you turn your head, you can feel the muscles that hold your head on, that surround your jugular vein. And we're just going to pluck those like you're playing the bass. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? And up and down. Reach around, pluck forward. So this is good for your thyroid, good for blood flow to the brain, between the heart and the brain. Connect your mind and your body, literally. Your brain and your heart. Figuratively, your brain and your heart, literally. And the eyes remain. Eyes are really important. So, 5 points. Well, let's re-warm the hands and palm the eyes. So we've just gone from dark to light. It's going to start to get lighter outside. Now let's go back to black. 20 seconds. Warm the eye sockets. And using the pointers, push the blood out of the tear duct area. And let's go straight down from the iris if you were gazing straight ahead. The corners. Excuse me. The tops. So you'll find a little notch in the bone there to squeeze. And just inside that notch is another notch. Excuse me. Definitely moving some fluid. And I like to fade to black one more time. Reducing the trauma of waking up, of going from dark to light. All right. Another really interesting thing I wanted to mention is that you're strengthening your throat when you do the tooth massage with your, or the gum massage with the tip of your tongue. Your tongue muscle moving around like that is strengthening your throat. And something I observed when I was looking after someone who was in assisted living, who's since passed away. She lost her, and this happens with a lot of times with people with dementia and Alzheimer's. They refuse to eat, and in good part because their tongue muscle, they can't swallow, and they will choke on their food. And I speculated that this is a result of lack of strength in the throat. So the movement of the tongue really strengthens the throat muscle. So I think that's an important component as well. Okay, over and out. Ready to face the day.